Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Damage Inc.'s guide to the 3-star attack. I'm Easy. I'm excited to bring you this first of 3 videos outlining in detail what it's going to take to get you in the right mindset to orchestrate a 3-star attack in Clash of Clans, Clan Wars. Get these 3 words burned into the memory banks. Plan, objectives, priority. POP for short. We all need some pop in our attacks. Let us first go over all of the things you want to cover as you're planning the attack out for your base. Planning is the foundation of your whole attack. More should go into the preparation of the attack than the actual attack itself. The attack might last 3 minutes and the planning may last a half an hour. During the planning stages, the first thing you should always do is identify the base number and ask your clanmates. Say, hey, I'm going for 14, this is the attack I'm using. Then, go scout the base. What are they trying to defend? The first thing I always do is click on the clan castle. See if the clan castle's radius is outside the walls, and if you can easily pull the clan castle troops. Check to see if there's an anchor location. We'll explain the clan castle pull, anchor, and kill a little bit later on in this video. Next thing you want to do is try to identify the base's weaknesses. See if the air defenses are too close to the edge. See if the base is really tight and there's no room to hide their big bombs and other traps inside the base. See if it's too spread out in an anti-3-star type fashion to where it's weak to mass troops in one single area. Check the expos to see if they're both set to ground, or check the Inferno Towers if you're a Town Hall 10 to see if they're both set on multi. Next would be the spells. You want to consider what spells you want to take into the attack. If you're planning a ground attack, you need those mobile spells like the jump spell or the earthquake spell. If you're planning an air attack, you need the lightning and the earthquake spells. If you're going to use the queen or hogs for cleanup, you need those heal spells for them. Make sure you bring the right spells for the troops you're going to use. Next is your kill squad. You're going to hear a lot about kill squads. This is a vital part of the planning stage to figure out which troops you're going to use to take care of some of these key targets like the heroes or like triggering some of the traps. The kill squad plays a vital role in every single attack. There is various troops that can go in the kill squads for specific roles. We'll get into all that a little later too. Next is to specify the roles of your heroes. We already talked about the queen and how important she can be at the beginning of an attack with the queen walk. While the king can be very important as well, we have what's called the second kill squad. You don't hear a lot of it, but that's sending the king around the outside of the base with 4 or 5 wizards to help clean out those outer parts of the base that can be tricky with the traps and everything they have planned out for you out there. Next would be to consider your main attack force, and I want to make this pretty clear. I heard this a long time ago by another very popular YouTuber. If you've never heard of the attack, it's because it doesn't work. Stick to attacks that you see all over the internet. You can look them up, you can see how other people are doing them. They are all over the place because they work. You have to choose which attack you're going to use. Next is your cleanup troops. This part of the attack is so vital, yet so many people fail to bring cleanup troops. They think that their main body of troops are going to clean out the whole base. Cleanup troops are mainly hogs or balloons. You have to consider what will work best on that particular base. We'll get into that a little later. Next, talk to your clanmates about your plans. They can help. I don't know where you stand in the hierarchy in your clan. If you are the leader or you are number 50, people can help. I am the leader of my clan, yet there are plenty of guys in my clan that can give me insight on all kinds of different attacks. I am not the best at all the attacks. Matter of fact, there are guys in my clan that are better than me at all the attacks. There's someone better at me than air, there's someone better at me than ground. Talk to your clanmates. That's such a vital part of planning your attack, is to talk things out with your clanmates. If you can't do that, you are in the wrong clan. Now, before we get back into the details of planning your attack, I just want to say a few things. I know that planning out attacks may not be the funnest part of the attack, but it is important. It's one of those things that you can tell the players that plan and the players that do not. So take the time to plan out your attacks. Do your homework. Look at these bases for a while. Talk to people. go through the proper steps in the planning stages of the attack, and you'll be happier while you're attacking. Things will go easier for you. You'll have all the steps already in your head, and you're not going to get in lockdown mode the second something goes wrong on you. That's what happens to a lot of people. Now, something else. If you've been watching the videos I've been playing, neither one of these videos that I'm playing do anything that we're talking about. They don't use cleanup troops. They didn't pull the clan castle troop. They're Town Hall 11s. They're attacking with mass troops. Just want to kind of give some pointers on that. What I've been doing is I watch Supercell. I watch what they do. I watch the information that they put out. They want to be a unique game. They want to continue to bring us new and exciting material. They don't like the mass attacks. They are going to nerf these mass attacks every chance they get. That's just what they're going to do. They want it to be complex. They don't want it to be easy. They hear people complaining when it's too easy. They hear people complain when it's too hard, but they really don't like it when people say it's too easy. So use diverse, multi-layered attacks. Learn how to do them from the word jump. That's what Supercell likes. If you stay within their boundaries of what they like to see, it's just going to be better on you. That's my opinion on that. I've heard a lot of other people with similar opinions. They are trying to create this game in a certain manner, and that's just you want your attack style to fit into what they are trying to accomplish. Just want to touch on this real briefly. The only thing people like less than a sore loser is a crappy sore winner. Don't do this right here. Represent yourself and your clan well. Now, I know there are people out there that are trying to gain an advantage any way they can, but don't use third-party software. Plan your attacks the right way. Become a fair play advocate. Don't use third-party software. That ruins the game for everyone. You don't want to be that person. So let's break down this next attack done by Damage Inc.'s Vince. He scouted the base, and first thing, clicked on the clan castle. Noticed that all of the defenses were on or outside of the clan castle's trigger line. So he knew that he couldn't pull the clan castle troops. So that part of the attack was out. So he decided to do a mass bowler attack. And you'll notice that in a mass troop attack, they often don't have a kill squad. So you'll see that he doesn't send in a kill squad to take care of the clan castle troops and to initiate that part of the attack. Now, as he was scouting the base, he noticed the weakness of the base was that it only had 9 compartments. Now, a base having 9, the walls are great. The walls are really high level, maxed out for a Town Hall 9. I know it's a Town Hall 10, but it's actually a 9.5. There's no Inferno Towers. So only 9 compartments. That leads him to his spell choice. The spell choice was bring 2 jumps. Those 2 jumps turn those 9 compartments into about 3 compartments. And because he couldn't pull the clan castle troops, he had to bring those poison spells. Now, for the heroes, want to identify the heroes' roles. Well, he decided to use the king as the tanks in the attack. That way he didn't have to bring any golems. And then he used the queen. The queen was what we like to call the second kill squad. He sent her around the outside of the walls. She was on the outside shooting in as the main attack force was on the inside, taking care of the inside and working their way towards the outside. Now, this particular attack is called the healer bowler attack. Doesn't have a real crafty name like a lot of these attacks have. It also doesn't have any cleanup troops. And in rare occasions, the cleanup troops will actually take away from the attack. If he was to put in, let's say, 6 or 7 hogs, that would actually decrease the number of bowlers that he'd be able to bring, and the bowlers wouldn't have the same impact on their part of the attack. So in rare cases, usually in these mass attacks, you won't bring the cleanup troops, even though we always advise it. So this attack, even though it doesn't have a lot of the compartments of our typical 3-star attack, the planning stages of it were great. That's why I wanted to use this in the example. He did a great job of identifying the weaknesses of the base. He brought all the right spells. If he didn't bring the jump spells, and if he didn't bring the poison spells, there would have been no way that he could have he got through this base easily. He turned those 9 compartments into 2 or 3 little compartments. Those bowlers didn't have to work their way through any walls. They jumped right over them, and they mowed over this base. So good job, Vince. Now in this next attack is done by one of our newer guys, CMS. And now this attack has all of the components of a 3-star attack that we're looking to try to do in the planning stages. First, he again is using the queen walk. Now you'll see so many people start off with a queen walk. Why? It's efficient. It works well. The key to this queen walk, especially in the planning stages, is you want to get the most value out of your queen as possible. There are cases where you're going to lose the queen. You don't want to, but there are cases where you're going to lose her. In this case, he noticed that all of the defenses up in this top area were spread out enough that there were not enough point defenses to take the queen out. That wizard is not going to do anything to this queen with those healers on her back. So, again, the queen was actually used as the kill squad. He's going to use the queen to trigger the clan castle troops. He's going to use the queen to eliminate the clan castle troops, and that's one of the main jobs for the kill squad. Now, notice he hasn't put in many troops. I think he dropped 1 or 2 wizards just to help clean out some of those trash buildings on the side. So, as the clan castle troops come out, we'll go back into the planning of the spells. He used the poison spell to slow the troops down, so the queen had plenty of time to take out all the troops coming out of the clan castle. And now he's going to start his main part of the attack. Now this attack, he has 1 golem in the clan castle. Then he's going to bring in Valkyries, and he's going to close out with the hogs. This is called the Go-Baho attack. This is a great Town Hall 9 attack. It's tricky to get it right. He does a great job here. Now notice something else. You didn't see any hogs come in yet. This is a multi-phased attack. What he's trying to do now is right now he's got the golem into the core, he's got the Valkyries into the core, he's cleaned up the core, everything's shooting in. So now the hogs, which are really fragile, they can come into the outside while everything's shooting towards the inside, and he'll put usually 2 to 3 hogs per defense. This is called a surgical deployment of the hogs. They all came in, and if you noticed, he didn't even need to use all the spells. Unlike earlier in the video where they dropped the spell in the middle of the base, you won't see our guys doing that. That's something we really frown upon. And hogs are great cleanup troops. They jump over walls. They're really quick with the cleanup, so you can really take care of the base quickly and effectively with these cleanup troops. Okay, that does it for our first of these 3 videos of Damage Inc.'s Beginner's Guide to the 3-star attack. I'm starting the second video right now, so tune into the second video. Thanks, guys.
I'm in the house.